using a new camera over here, but I've got my backup one here, so hopefully it's good. And I've got it centered okay, because otherwise that's going to be annoying. But anyway, we are back here in City Skylines 1. I had some issues with some mods and wasn't launching, so I've had to play around for a little while. So hopefully everything's back as it was. I feel like maybe I had some different setting that made my frame rate better, because I feel like it's not as good now. I am actually running this on a lower resolution than before, so not sure what's up with that, but we, either way, are getting into this. There's some other construction in progress building that I was gonna put somewhere. I don't know if it's gonna go there or not, because next is big ass one right here. It's a bit, do I like this one? Yeah, I think I'll keep this one here. So we're gonna keep on working on this city bit. I think I'm gonna try and concentrate a bit on, obviously these like very new, but I think I want to get some of the more older parts of the city done right now. I'm looking at some photos and some maps of Jakarta. You can really see where they've built like a central road and they've got these big buildings next to it, and then like right next door it goes like immediately into incredibly poor kind of slum-esque looking areas, like informal housing, these tiny cramped little makeshift houses right up against the city next to it. I kind of want to get that kind of vibe here, where we've got these like main roads where it's kind of been nice, but it still hasn't quite had the enough like natural growth to actually make the whole city a certain standard. So we got these big towers and these big, trying to get a lot of commerce through these big office buildings, while there's still a whole bunch of informal housing settlements all around. So I'm gonna see if I can try to get something like that. Obviously we got some of these traditional houses, which to be honest, even that's not really, put all this down, but really this isn't, at this point a lot of this would have been replaced with honestly less good housing. Probably just as when you see poor countries industrialized, you kind of see them go from a more traditional looking housing situation like this, which has been more growth organically. That's where you see like the overwhelming traffic and the less nice conditions once you sort of have a city that is growing economically while not really having standards that can provide good living. So I think that's what's going to go on behind here. Maybe we'll just do another row of some nice buildings along here. I like this one. This is some office building we could put there alongside this old school one. What else have we got? Japanese post office, which I guess I don't think actually functions as a post office in the game, so that's fine. We'll put that down there anyway. I've upgraded some of these roads. Actually, I'll upgrade this one as well to reflect more the kind of thing you'll see in these kinds of places where they have these big, kind of ugly roads full of traffic and that. Again, you can't quite capture that in City Skylines, but you get the vibes. I'm pretty sure. What else can we do? I think having a building out here under construction is a good idea to show that this is like a place that's rapidly getting built. Do I have any cons? For some reason this unique buildings thing is staying there. I'm not sure what that's about. I've got the toggleable whiteness mod, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be working so much anymore. So hopefully, I only have, some of them don't do it though. Some of these are fine, but then these leisure ones, these unique buildings, really seem to, can't change it. So I'm not sure if something's broken there. I need to, I can't really take a look at that during a recording, because you have to try to do some troubleshooting and it takes ages to like reload the game. So we're just going to live with that for this episode. It's just going to look a little bit ugly. What's this one called? Construction Building 01. So why can't I find that? Maybe if I spelt, oh my god, maybe if I spelt that correctly, that would be better. That would be better. Australian Square Tower. So we've got, so that's that one. There's some other ones as well. That'll go along there. Mutual building, no, that's fine. It sucks because I can't actually see what the building looks like until I've placed it down. See, that's really cool, having this big construction site building right here. Oh yeah, that's cool. See, this building here is really cool because you kind of want to get this city area to look like it's a city that's in the middle of really rapid building and doing a lot of construction work. So having a big ass construction going on there is going to be great. So we get 10, but no. We've got these bamboo scaffolding. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of thing you'd see. And I can put it down here if I want to make it look a little bit more detailed. So that looks pretty sweet. I'm just going to put that down there. Got some other tall ones. Yeah, put that just next to it. Nice. What else we got? These bamboo scaffolding. Oh, these are curved ones here. It's fine. Do one there. I can do one on the side of it as well. Nice. Alright, this seems cool actually. I'm not sure if this big one will have it though. I think I'll leave it not on the big one. I'll just have it on that one as a little bit of extra detail. Any other in construction buildings? Construction building, another one. Okay. So let's do one. Where do we want this one? Maybe here would be good. Yeah, if you line that up nicely with that one, just a little bit of a gap. Yeah, it seems like my toggleable whiteness mod isn't showing up. So maybe I accidentally got rid of that when there was a bit of a mod purge. So we'll just have to live with that again for now. Another construction site here. So, okay, well, another construction site just there. Let me figure out something to do along here. If we bring, I guess for now we'll just bring this one out like that, and then I suppose pull that into there, just a little bit, into there, and then you up there. Figure out something to go back behind there. So now, what's any more construction ones? That's a built one, no. El Primo, Opera, Grand. Looks nice, but not what we're going for right now. So that's good. So now we've got a few different construction sites just to show that this building is in the middle of some pretty rapid changes. So it will show that this place can change pretty quickly as we start to go through the time. What am I talking about? As we start to go through the time, I'm just bad at doing stuff and talking at the same time. All right, so now we've got 4 under construction towers so that we can show how this place can be rapidly changed in the future. So for now, I think we're going to try and do something behind here. You fix up this bit here, obviously. Grab road and just do on there and on there. So I can either do it as elevated and do like retaining wall underneath, or try and use some flattening to force it. If I just do that, how's that going to look for us? It still kind of messes up this area here. If I move these along, that's just going to exacerbate the issue, isn't it? I don't love it because I want it to be level on this side, but I want it to be cut down on that side. We're not sure the best way we can achieve that. If I just do this for now, make sure that it's the level I want on the other side. So find some kind of retaining wall. And which is this one? It looks like that. Probably need one with like a bit of a slope to it. So if I do that all the way along there, can I adjust it from here? It's just not quite wide enough, I don't think. I do it up a little bit. I can see here, it's all like fucked up as well. It's not what I'm looking for sure. Is there any way to make this work, do you think? Really struggling with this shit. What the fuck is this one? What have you done? Okay, it's a little bit sketchy if you look too closely, but I've just used the standard retaining walls I've used before and cut out a little bit there. So that's, I think, good enough for what we're looking for. Let me grab a big brush and just concrete over all of this area in this little square. I think that's a realistic enough thing for this here. I think this will be like a little bit of a border, maybe where there's been a bit more development. Maybe we'll try to do some, maybe a little bit less nice areas like right here to have a little bit of a contrast between them. I think like a small little alleyway. So it will be very short and small little roads back here. I'd like one without markings though. I can change that obviously. I think that one, yeah, this one's much better to get that small little alleyway look like that. It'd be a bit of a struggle to start developing on these hills, but I do want to creep up onto these hills up to like where grass stops if I can. It's just gonna be a bit of a struggle town. I'm gonna try and, you know, respect topology a little bit. I don't have the topology lines on, but I can kind of see where they're going. But I can always do these long ones along here and then sort of hook back around onto there, and that can be sort of the basis where you kind of want to keep them all on the same level as much as you can. So they're going to be like sort of these long winding ones along here with a little bit less, not too many that are like coming down here. So they'll kind of be quite long compared to a normal street that you would see in like a Western city. Which you see a lot in Indonesia from my experience as well. If you didn't understand that example that I was using, what I'm trying to say is in the US, in Western places, you'll have like, you can have a grid system, sure, where they'll connect, or you could even have cul-de-sacs. You can have like a road like this. I mean, you can just imagine any regular road grid that you would use in any country, most countries you've seen. But I had this weird thing a fair bit in Indonesia, where if you have an urban area, you might see a main-ish road that kind of looks like this, where you have a little bit of a meandering main road, and then you'll have all these other roads coming off like this. And so if you look at their map system, they're like street maps, you'll see a fair bit of this kind of way of doing roads. Is really tight, close in, because, you know, obviously it's a poor country. You'll see these very small, narrow roads with really densely packed houses, but you'll see them all come off this central spine, and it'll just be like these long roads like this, and you'll see just whole big sections of the city are just laid out like this, just like main roads all connecting, and then just these long strips just all coming off, and then not having much interconnectivity with each other. So that's maybe something that I kind of want to take a little bit of inspiration from, especially in these older areas before they maybe get redone. Oh, not that bad. Okay, so I'm building this out. We unfortunately have to get rid of a bunch of trees and try to put some in later on to make it look like it's natural, because there'll be a fair amount of greenery around these areas still, but it's not great for when I'm building. So we'll get rid of all those and then try to start building some bit more ramshackle areas. I wonder if I've got a different road that actually maybe will look even better. So we've got to look at like a rural section. What have I got? These like concrete roads, I think these are. And those kinds of look actually more of what we're trying to go for. Actually, so if I was to place all of these, are slightly wider, it says, but I think this is going to be much better. All the way along here, you up there. She'll do you as well. And all of these big long ones. I've got a little cut through here, but otherwise it's going to try and have kind of unique different road layouts. So I'm not taking too much inspiration from what I just know naturally living here in Australia. So I try to do this kind of different layout to show that it's a different kind of culture here. And these work really nicely as well, actually. If I can use the mod, see they kind of gets a little bit lumpy, but if I use this guy, can we set those to slope or no? You can. They seem to slope a little bit less than I would like. Oh, what if I do freeform? Yeah, that's good. That must be a new update because I haven't seen that before. But that makes it look real good, and that way I can, you know, I can adjust the height. And oh, some other things. So what is that? More data click. Oops, I have messed this up greatly. Let me just try to that back to how it was. Actually, I'm going to just do that. But I believe if I was able to click, I can readjust that really finely. And I think I can actually change the height. Yeah, so I can change the height of it at will. So I can have a lot of really fine, oh, and this one here, definitely. Freeform, a lot of really fine adjustment with this. This is really good, this mod. But with this here now, that's actually really nice. That's a really good update. It gives you so much control over it. That's why I absolutely love City Skylines 1. It's still just got so much more detail than we can currently get in City Skylines 2 that I'm sure that we will be using this still for quite a while yet. And then all of these guys, because these guys are all lumpy as well. I think I've set it freeform. Oh, that kinda made that look a little bit weird. So maybe freeform isn't always the best. I can just adjust it, that's fine. Your slope, that seems okay. I think you should be freeform though. But it pull you out a little bit. And that's like, you know, a weird angle, but that's totally the kind of thing you can see in a lot of countries. Let me go back to this guy, not that one. Place that one and that one. I'll just continue that out and then hook that in there. What I want to do with you? Maybe I'll actually... I think I'll actually avoid hooking it into there. And can I run a separate one? If I go no connecting please. Run this along here. Let's connect that up to there. And then connect you into there. So it could have show that the people who are living down here are kind of divorced from the progress that's going on down here. So it would make sense to kind of consolidate these roads together. But, you know, there was a lot of informal settlements or cheap housing that was being made along this road, and this one is being built alongside it, kind of just to negate these guys' existence, you know. Maybe the government just wanted to have a nice new road for this developing area, and they didn't necessarily want to work with the people who were already there to kind of work with these people to get rid of these areas and upgrade them as well. They just run them alongside and just keep these old settlements here as well. But that kind of works just fine for them. So we've got the nice area right up against the old district as well. I hope I've got enough buildings to make this work. I will need to find out because I'm not too sure. I'm not entirely sure if I've got enough of the kind of style of building that I'm looking for to kind of get the vibe I'm going for. If I don't, I might need to resubscribe to a few, but hopefully, probably not those ones because they look a little bit nice. I've got these ones, they're Mexican, but I still think that they might need to be used. So I don't think I haven't got that many to choose from as far as this more lower income area that I'm looking for. I don't want too many of these nicer looking traditional ones because that's not the area that I'm looking for either. So I'll need to see what I can do. Look at these little shack ones. That's probably the kind of thing that I'm looking for some of these areas where we want to have these big disconnect between people who are working here and people who have been living here. But that's going to be a bit of a process, putting down just a lot of repetitive work. So then I'll do that as a time lapse. I'll probably get cut back to you at the end when I have done that.